all of human history, we have existed in a state of reactive guesswork. We have watched the skies, read the leaves, and prayed. We built our civilizations on a foundation of hoping for the best while bracing for the worst. We were a species at the mercy of the elements, reacting to nature's fury with outdated tools and incomplete information. That entire era of helplessness, of looking at a cloudless sky and fearing for the harvest, is now definitively over. The advent of NVIDIA's Earth-2 is not an upgrade. It is a fundamental schism in our timeline. It marks the moment humanity stopped guessing about its future and started calculating it. We've seen the powerful ripple effects of this change across the globe. In Taiwan, the amorphous cone of uncertainty for a typhoon has been replaced by a surgical line of action, allowing authorities to plan not just for an evacuation, but for the economic recovery hours before the storm even makes landfall. In Australia, firefighters are no longer just chasing blazes. They are using AI to predict a fire's behavior, cutting it off at a strategic pass, and protecting communities once thought indefensible. In the Netherlands, a 1,000-year-old battle against the sea is now being waged with predictive models that test their legendary dikes against the superstorms of the next century, ensuring their nation's survival. But to truly comprehend the scale of this revolution, to see its most profound impact, we must turn to Africa, a continent that has long been on the front lines of climate change and is now, against all odds, leapfrogging into the future of climate intelligence. Imagine for a moment a pastoralist elder in Kenya's Great Rift Valley. His life and the lives of his family depend entirely on the health of his herd. For generations, his people have followed the rains, a desperate migration that often ended in tragedy. Today, that changes. He holds a simple device, but on it is a miracle. A dynamic map, powered by Earth-2. It doesn't show him yesterday's weather. It shows him next month's grazing conditions. It simulates soil moisture and biomass growth, highlighting viable water sources and predicting where forage will be plentiful. This is not a weather report. It is a roadmap for survival, a tool of foresight that transforms a desperate gamble into a calculated strategy. Now, fly north to Rwanda, the beautiful and treacherous land of 1,000 hills. Here, the life-giving rains are a double-edged sword, capable of triggering catastrophic landslides that can obliterate a village in minutes. Using Earth-2, Rwandan engineers are now modeling the intricate hydrology of their unique topography. The system ingests satellite data and on-the-ground sensor readings to predict, with stunning accuracy, which specific slopes will become oversaturated and fail. It allows them to issue targeted warnings, not to a whole region, but to the specific families living in a specific valley. This transforms disaster response into preemptive rescue. From the hills of Rwanda, we go south, to a nation haunted by the memory of a single phrase: Day Zero. The moment Cape Town, a world-class city, almost ran out of water. That collective trauma has become a powerful catalyst for innovation. With Earth-2, South African water authorities are now modeling their entire water system as a single living entity. They track atmospheric rivers, forming thousands of kilometers out in the Atlantic. They model rainfall, runoff, dam evaporation rates, and agricultural demand. This allows them to make strategic, multi-year decisions about water allocation, ensuring that Day Zero remains a historical warning, not a terrifying prophecy. What you are witnessing is the dawn of sovereign AI. For decades, this godlike predictive power was hoarded by a few superpowers. That monopoly is shattered. From Brazil using local data to combat illegal deforestation, to Vietnam predicting Mekong Delta flooding, nations are seizing control of their own environmental destiny. This brings us to the ultimate vision: a living digital twin of our planet. A perfect mirror to our world, but it forces us to ask urgent, uncomfortable questions. Who owns the data of the clouds? Who is liable when a prediction is wrong? Is this the ultimate tool of stewardship, or the blueprint for a new form of digital colonialism? The technology is here. The debate over its soul has just begun.